Hello all, me Ms Rasika welcomes you all in this exciting video about how do you find sum of two linked lists. Earlier we did a lots of with linked list, but each time we have used only one list, but here we are going to use two linked lists. Today we are going to add elements from both lists and we will make another third list as a resultant from it. As we all know that linked list is used to store the data in dynamic location. Here in the list data being stored is positive integer, i.e., linked list will represent an integer value. Example 123. So list with 123 contains 3 nodes to represent 1, 2, and 3 respectively. And we need to add 2 such lists. Let's consider that list 1 contains 12,345, and another list have 19,900 stored. Then resultant list will have 32,245 as stored. Did you think this interesting? So let's get started. Each time while adding these both lists, we have to face following cases. One is size of both linked list is not same. Of course, if size is not equal, then problem will occur. Sum of both linked list is greater than or equal to 10, then it will be okay now. But when we display it, then it will be absolutely wrong. So it's needed to carry that extra sum in next recursion, as each problem have solution. So if we go with these cases, then solution will be, if sizes of both are same, then traverse the larger list until its size equal to smaller, or another is a 2. Add nodes with data as 0 and 4 carry. We can declare a variable for carry. We can store extra sum into that carry variable, so as proliquize it. Is bright clear? Now let's go to algorithm to get sum of two linked lists. 1. Traverse the two linked lists from start to end. 2. Add the 2 digits each from respective linked list. 3. If one of the list has reached the end, then take 0 as its digit. 4. Continue recursing it till both list ends. 5. If the sum of 2 digits is greater than 9, then set carry of current digit and sum should be sum mod 10. Also we can do sum equal to sum minus 10. So let's code it. Here we will do something change in coding. Here firstly we will define a So let's code it. Here we will do something change in coding. Here firstly we will define a class node with required data structures. If one wants, then it can declare a structure for node. Doesn't affect deeply. Next is function for new node. This function can be eliminated by putting these 3 statements whenever required. Next function is to push elements in the list. Here firstly we will declare a new node, then align it in list, and then we will change head pointer accordingly. Actually, this function can also be eliminated, but it will be increase the complexity of code and can create a confusion. Next method is to add 2 lists. This function will take head pointer of both nodes as argument and return head pointer of the resultant list to main function. Here we will firstly declare all required data structures to add the list. While both lists will end, we will iterate. Then we will calculate sum and carry, and then we will check that is resultant list contains, or this is just starting. If yes, then we will assign head, else we will add sum at end of list. Then we will move each list by 1 pointer, and after completion of both lists we will check if carry is not 0, then add carry at next node of the linked list, and after doing this all we will return resultant to main function. Next is simple function to print whole list. Here we will traverse whole list, and each time we will print node data, but let me tell you, this type will print whole number as reverse. If you want, then you can print list in reverse so that number will print in actual order. Firstly we will declare all 3 lists. Then we will add nodes in first list, and then in second list. If you want, then you can do this using user interaction. Then we will display both lists, and then it's time to add both lists and then displaying it. So without wasting our time, let's move towards output of this code. Here first list contains a number 12,345 and second list contains number 19,900, so resultant have number 32,245.